Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. When the Descendant first came out, everyone seemed to have mixed reviews. Nowadays, you're seeing more videos of people saying that it's absolutely terrible, which is very confusing because I don't think so at all. I understand that some people believe that it's a cash grab, but it's not like they're forcing you to buy anything. So it brings me to this: why do we grind in video games? The first Descendant has a total of 14 playable characters in the pre-season. Every single character of the 14 you can unlock in the game by grinding. But I'm also seeing a lot of videos on people saying that the grind is too much. I get that the game can get kind of grindy, but if you don't want to grind, you can just simply pay for the characters that you want. Let's not forget that the actual game is free. Within 20 minutes of getting the game, the very first character that I got was Valby, and I just simply paid for her. She wasn't that much either. She was just $20, I want to believe. So talking about the characters, I want to make a video on what character will win the giant free-for-all. Now how this is going to work is the character that I believe would lose first, I'm going to put down on the tier list. I'm going to explain why they lost first and put them on a tier list rating S to F. Alright, now let's get into it. First character out is obviously the medic. Yuja may be a good support descendant, but in a free-for-all deathmatch, healing people isn't going to work. You're trying to survive here. You're not trying to heal your enemies. Clearly, everyone here knows how to work a gun. They have weapons, armor, modules, and such. Everyone has these things. That's the entire point. Being able to heal is only going to delay the inevitable. That's why Eugen is an E. I don't think anyone's going to be an F so far, but who knows? So far, Eugen is an E because having the ability to heal will only take you so far in a place where people have rocket launchers, explosions, water, fire, and etc. Alright, and there he is. Alright, and the next character that's gonna be out is Jaber. Jaber can summon turns and other such, but the thing is, that's something that every single descendant has seen and fought against before. We've all fought the giant enemies with giant turrets mounted that are just shooting at you consistently. You have to give all the descendants equal experience with gung fu and shooting guns and everything of such. You won't live long in a place where there's a bunch of rockets, missiles, and explosions and area effects of attacks. But he did outlast Eugen, so I'll put him in D. And there he goes. Now this next one, I was kind of confused. I was thinking Lebec or Glay. Both characters has what it means to take the other out in this issue. I for one thing, Lebec did good to make it this far, but Glay, in her frenzy state, she's able to dish out a lot of damage quickly, but it takes her own life or health in this situation. I think in this situation, they're both actually just off each other. Lebec may have more offensive moves, but no defense, while Glay have things that are able to damage you a lot, but it takes away her health. Honestly, they're both interchangeable, so I'm going to say double KO and put them on a tier list. Everyone's gun expertise and experience at the same. I think this order is very generous. I don't think any descendant is F, but we'll see. I mean, who knows what new descendant might put in the game when this video is over with. Alright, next up is Kyle. Now you might be wondering how a tank-like character like Kyle is actually the fifth one out. Well, I'll tell you. So Kyle doesn't have anything that is long range, or at least nothing of notability. Kyle's flight may give him an edge in the agility department, but his shields only go one way. He can be attacked from behind. Right now the battlefield is exploding with area of attack everywhere, water, fire, poison. Kyle's gonna have to be in the air because if he's on the ground, he's gonna get hit. Attacks that don't just come from the front, but all around him. He has to land eventually, and once he does, that's wraps. So I'm going to actually put him in C. Now, here comes a person that would have surprised the Hunger Games. Person I believe that would have actually assassinated Kyle. But that didn't give it away is obviously Sharon. I think Sharon's camouflage is a blessing and a curse. Yes, it may have survived this long, but it drains a lot of power, and she even says it in The Descendant. If I was going to take endurance, and her giving up energy and letting that camouflage drop is going to be her end. With the area effect all over the battlefield, she's not going to be able to stay hidden for long anyway. So I'll put Sharon in C. Now we have another conundrum. One character made it this long due to their intelligence, and one character made it this long due to their missile and landmines. Of course I'm talking about Izumo and Enzo. Izumo intelligence got him this far. His drones really make him able to control the battlefield a little bit better. But mainly due to his genius level intelligence, I think he made it this far. And Izumo made it this far by setting traps and blowing things up, which I think will make him a prime target for Enzo. Enzo's getting tired of the explosions in the mines, and he thinks that he may can take him out, but he would bite off more than he could chew, and this would be another double KO. And now they're both in C. As you can see, there's no more C bracket, which means everyone gonna say now will have to be in B, A, or S. The next one out is Freya. People, you gotta understand the battlefield is flaming, fire, poison, and electricity flying everywhere. The battle is literally starting to resemble Punk Hazard from One Piece, but with more elements. Now back on Freya. Freya loses because her area effect of her poison isn't that good. And everyone at this point is getting tired of her poison, her poisoning her weapons, poisoning the ground. But unlike Velby and Bunny, she doesn't have a get out of jail free card like teleportation or speed. Blair has a better area of effect, and Ajax has a better barrier that goes around his entire body, making him invulnerable, as long as he stays in the bubble anyway. But the Freya is in B. Next one out is the tankiest of the tanks, Ajax. Ajax made it this long because he has the best barriers in the entire game. He is clutch in battles of extreme fire firepower when the area effect is going crazy. I can count a handful of times I hit behind the Ajax's shield just to not take damage and stay alive in the game. He just survived this long because of his barriers, but his barriers have one critical weakness. If you can go inside of it, you can actually deal damage to Ajax. With Bunny's speed, being able to get in and out of places, and Velvy's teleportation, and being able to swim around the entire battlefield will make it very easy to get inside Ajax's barrier field and be able to do damage to him. And with the numbers dwindled down this much, most of the attention will be on Ajax, and I don't think he could survive this much attention from these types of players, or better yet, Descendants. That's why I'm placing Ajax at B. Now it's time for the 5 of the century. Blair, Bunny, Velvy, and Vanessa all together fighting. Remember Punk Hazard? The battle's like that, but worse. The literal forces of nature are fighting against one another, and one of them has to fall. And the first one out of this 4 battle royale is Bunny. Look at where Bunny's placed. Ironically, she's placed in between all this fire, ice, and water. Bunny made it this long because she was able to free roam really quickly around the whole battlefield. That's literally her thing. Bunny has to keep moving to generate electricity. Now we ask real questions. Can Bunny slip on ice? While running, can she be burned? Can she be stopped by the water? Because if she can be stopped, there will be no electricity. Unfortunately, there are just too many unknowns. Like, can she be burned while running? Can the water trip her up? Can she just slip on the ice? It's not like these elements go normally. Water isn't supposed to hurt you, but Velvy's water can. It's not like she can't be caught lacking. Even in the story, she got caught lacking by this guy. And even though we didn't see how she managed to get caught lacking like this, she still ended up hurt and out of commission for a while. So that's the enigma here. She was able to get caught lacking by him, but she was said to be able to go as fast as lightning. I feel like the detail lies in the fine print. All the characters have dodged a beam of light before. Hell, we can even shoot a gun that actually shoot laser beams. In the game, you can fight against the Colossi, and a lot of them have the ability to be able to shoot laser beams, and you can fight against them with any Descendant. Light is faster than lightning, so theoretically, the Descendant should be able to theoretically react to her. Combining that with all the unknowns about her not being burned or stopped in her place by water or slipped up on the ice, there's too many unknowns, so I'm saying that she's in the 4th place. We don't even know if lightning even affects Velvy at all. Lightning doesn't harm water. You could argue maybe her suit could be harmed, but even her and her suit turns into water. So I'm placing Bunny in A rank, at least for now. Now the battle is only a 3-way battle. It's a triangle. Now, to not make this video too much longer, the one that's out is Velvy. I'm a Velvy main in the game, but I cannot be biased. I did read that her wire doesn't last that long, even though I don't know how true that actually is. In my personal belief, I don't think it's that true. They said, and I quote, that she became the lake itself. Her being able to turn to water gives her so many unique abilities that is crazy. But we don't know how much Blair's fire would affect her or how much Vanessa's ice would affect her. So because there's too many unknowns, I'm going to put Velvy in the S rank. Velvy theoretically could be immortal for as far as we know. Now we all knew it was going to get here. Blair versus Vanessa. Now Vanessa made it this far because the ability to be able to freeze from enemies in place is too good in the game, and it's too good, period. Some of her stories have her reaching sub-zero temperatures, which is unreal. That is quite literally flash freezing. That's why Vanessa is going to be the last one that stands. She wins. For Blair to be able to compete with his fire against Vanessa, he would have to disintegrate his enemies instantly to be able to compare to Vanessa being able to flash freeze her enemies instantly. And of course, they are both in S rank. Vanessa is colder than Blair is hot. But that's it for this video, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.